If you believe in freedom, the American Sushi House in Pacifica, California has the perfect meal for you. They serve up a giant 4-pound, $40 freedom roll that promises you both freedom from hunger and freedom from paying. If you can eat the whole thing in 30 minutes or less. That's a lot of fresh fish and rice. So no fanfare, no BS, and no Stalin. Let's see how free one man can be.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go!
Alright, thank you. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Freak Eating Challenge. Still in the Bay Area. A rainy day that included a lot of driving, walking along the Golden Gate Bridge, and shopping in Sausalito ended with an evening of fine dining at a sushi house. Okay, maybe the dining wasn't so fine in my case. I was sitting in front of a huge sushi roll that weighed a little over 4 pounds. On the metric system, that cuts close to 1.78 kilos. But kilos or pounds, that's a pretty big dinner. It normally costs $40, but the American Sushi House likes to make a game of it. If you can eat the whole thing, by yourself, in 30 minutes or less, it's on the house. There are signs all over the restaurant advertising the challenge. Nobody's afraid of the man versus food gimmick here. They call it the Freedom Roll Challenge, and victory will provide you with both freedom from hunger and freedom from paying. Those are some big promises. Those are bigger promises than you hear out of Washington, D.C. right before election season. The political science major in me wanted to experience this high level of freedom, so naturally I ordered the massive sushi roll, because why not? The server, the host, and even the head chef himself, named Bruce, were some of the nicest people I've ever encountered at a sushi restaurant. I've been to some rough sushi places, let me tell you. So to visit a place that was 400 miles from home and to be treated so well counted for extra with me. The American Sushi House also features an all-you-can-eat option, but I was there to tangle with the official challenge, so no all-you-can-eat for me. I was eating all I needed to already. The challenge of this massive sushi roll is unique in that the chef chooses the 7 kinds of raw fish that he puts into the finished product. It's like a giant Forrest Gump sushi roll. You never know what you're gonna get. There's also 4 kinds of vegetables that go inside the roll, and you don't get to choose those either. Chef's choice. Of course, there are standard elements to the roll that aren't a mystery. It comes with spicy tuna, nori, tons of rice, avocado, salmon skin, crab meat, shrimp, and yam tempura. That's a mouthful. The giant sushi roll is not fried. It is presented fresh, and it's roughly 18 inches long. That's 1.5 feet. It's bigger than most people's arms. I'd say it's equal to about 12 or 13 regular-sized sushi rolls. It's definitely not impossible for a true lover of Japanese cuisine, but the 30-minute time limit would test most people. People who dine on all-you-can-eat typically aren't trying to stuff their gills inside of a half hour. But you don't get the option of leisure when the clock is ticking. The prize for defeating this challenge is a free meal and a picture on the Wall of Fame, though obviously the personal satisfaction of getting it done counts for something as well. You wouldn't know it from watching this video, but this challenge began with a technological mishap. I actually dropped my camcorder on the floor and struggled with it for several minutes to get it working again. It was scary. Imagine coming all this way and I can't even film it. Thankfully, taking out the battery and putting it back in solved the problem. But just to be safe, I was running one of my GoPro cameras on the table as a backup. I didn't need it, but life taught me that it's better to be safe than sorry. That's a big lesson for me. Don't drop the camera. It's not as crucial as don't drop the soap, but rest assured that a bad move in any circumstance comes with consequences. So what did the Freedom Roll taste like? That's hard to explain. There were so many different flavors that nothing really stood out. But that's not a bad thing. It reflected a wide range of seafood tastes, all of them fresh and attractive. But you couldn't pinpoint just one flavor unless you happened to take a bite that only had one type of fish. The shrimp was noticeable because you can obviously tell when you're eating shrimp, you know what shrimp looks like. The spicy tuna offered some kick. I believe it was the only spicy thing in the whole meal. And there was salmon too, but honestly I prefer eating my sushi in smaller doses where I can appreciate the different tastes and experience their interplay and balance. There was little balance here, just lots of food and lots of textures all coming into contact at once. As a challenge, it was supremely enjoyable. Sushi challenges are few and far between, and I love being able to eat sushi for a food challenge. But as an example of an actual meal, I'd prefer eating lots of regular sized rolls and nigiri. My roll of choice is a rainbow roll. They look pretty and they offer several flavors in a solid balance. And as you can see from watching this video, there is a lot of rice on this mega Freedom Roll. The outer ring of each piece was basically a huge glob of rice, but thankfully it was very fresh. It wasn't dry or stale or old. It was the perfect accompaniment to a plethora of fresh fish and vegetables. It was a really good representation of the sticky rice that you come to expect with sushi. That being said, having so much of it means that eventually you will suffer flavor and texture fatigue, and it will make for difficulty continuing. Mentally, I wanted to do well on this challenge. My previous best time on a sushi roll of this size was about 23 minutes, and I wanted to best that time. I knew that I couldn't let my sense of flavor fatigue stop me. The staff had placed a clock on the table, so I knew exactly how much time I had left at any moment, and I used that knowledge to push myself a little harder anytime I felt like I wanted to slow down. I knew it would be possible to catch this thing in 20 minutes, and I didn't want to disappoint myself. You can see that it's not always easy to hold on to the giant sushi pieces, and I ended up leaving big crumbs on my plate. I used silverware to mop up after myself. I hope it's not too much of a faux pas to use a fork in a sushi house. I just wanted to be thorough. I didn't want to leave any big chunks behind, because winning was just around the corner. As long as I could still swallow, I could reach the goalpost. And once again, boom goes the dynamite. I caught the 4-pound Freedom Roll right at the 20-minute line.
Yeah!
Whoa.
Alright, let me check. Oh, no, it's too
No?
much rice.
Got a lot
No, I'm
right
just kidding.
now?
That's good.
It was delicious.
Cool, thank you. Is there anything else?
There was a definite feeling of personal satisfaction at setting a personal best time here. I achieved both freedom from hunger and freedom from pain. So the restaurant delivered on their promise 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry.
Ready?
The surfer jokingly offered
Hey.
me
Oh,
a
sorry.
second roll when I told him I wasn't totally stuffed, but
Okay,
I politely
1,
declined.
2, 3.
I don't think he was serious anyway.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Thank
How you feeling? How is it? Is it filling? Or can you go for one more?
It's filling. No, no.
That's a lot that you eat.
Maybe a couple pieces more, but not one more.
Right.
It was good. Very
Thank you.
good. Thank you. Oh, hello.
Thank you for joining me on another one of my journeys. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and share it with someone who loves sushi or crazy food challenges. I'll see you all in the next video, so stay in school, don't do drugs, and eat like a freak.